Hi there, and thanks for joining me today. It's the holidays, and there's food everywhere, right? And for us women who are in peri and post menopause, well, for anybody, but especially for us, this can be a really challenging time of year. That extra glass of wine, that maybe spicy food, those extra sugar and carbs that we're all eating this time of year can really wreak havoc with our health and how we're feeling and our hot flushes and even aches and pains and all kinds of things. So we really want to pay attention to what can we do differently? How can we ensure that we have this balance where we're enjoying ourselves without overindulging, and we're still, balance is the key in everything, in the plate and in life. So um, let's get going. This week I have 7 tips for you for how to stay on track over the holidays, what to do. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Nancy Brooker, the Living in Yes coach for women who are challenged with this journey that we're on through peri and post menopause. This is a time in our lives when we should be coming into our power. We really want to feel empowered when it comes to our goals and our relationships and our jobs and how we feel about our bodies and everything. And so I think that's so important. So I help you really tap into your inner strengths, let go of your self judgment, and trust yourself so that you can navigate this time in your life with confidence and grace and find joy and fulfillment in this unique journey of menopause, really loving who you're becoming. So, tip number 1, modest portions. What do I mean? Well, I do this every day. This is actually probably an everyday thing you can do, but my plates came with 2 sizes, and I actually find this one's too big. It looks barren, like a desert, when I put food on it. But the bigger it is, the more you fill it. It's just like the house. Like the bigger a house you have, the more you fill. So try using a smaller plate and see if that helps you control your portions. I find it really helpful. Number 2, stay hydrated. Hydration is so important. Sometimes we misinterpret thirst as hunger. And so we eat when really we're actually dehydrated and we need to drink. So make sure you're getting enough water every day. How much water do you need? Well, half your body weight in pounds. So if you're a 140-pound woman, you should drink 70 ounces in water every day, which is probably the equivalent of, I think, like 9 cups at a minimum. And and two, this might go up and down. If you're really active and you're sweating and you're sports and all that sort of thing, you're probably going to need more water. So you're going to adjust that a little bit. Tip number 3, mindful eating. Doing other things while you're eating. I'm guilty of this all the time, but so especially at the holidays, right? Um, Putting your fork down in between eating, chewing your food, just trying to be more mindful, because I know there's a lot going on and there's excitement and you're with family and you tend to not really think about what you're doing. And again, that goes back to, using the plate, right? That helps you not have to think about it as much. But really being mindful of your body's hunger cues and fullness cues. Healthy snacking before you get to the event. So make sure you have a small healthy snack. It's something that has some protein and some fiber would be really good. So maybe like a small handful of nuts with some veggies and hummus. Maybe some sliced turkey or deli turkey and a hard-boiled egg with a piece of whole grain bread or something like that would be really good. Tip number 5. Oh, we're on 5 already. Set realistic goals. You know what? It's the holidays. We're all gonna, you know, indulge. We're human. So don't expect to be perfect at this time and then beat yourself up because you're not. We need to set realistic goals for ourselves. And so, don't feel like you're a failure if you've had that extra thing that you didn't mean to. But we don't want you to deprive yourself, because once you start depriving yourself, that's going to cause you to start taking extra. So it's a time for celebration. Set realistic goals. Everything in moderation. Number 6, socialize away from the buffet. If you're too close to the buffet, again, you might get to that mindless thing where you're just grabbing and eating. Um, it's so easy to do. So socialize away from the buffet. Really focus your attention on the conversation and just the enjoyment and the beautiful atmosphere of being with loved ones, as opposed to focusing on the food, right? And the last tip I have for you is you could bring a healthy dish. I do this all the time. If I'm not, especially if I'm not sure what's going to be where I'm going, I always offer to bring food anyways. But bring something that you can eat, something that you can at least fill part of your plate with, so that you feel like you're still staying on track. And then you can add little things to it, as part of the festivity. But really setting yourself up for success. Remember, this is a time of year to enjoy yourself without compromising your own well being. So if you take these steps, you can really be proactive in setting yourself for staying on track over the holidays. So, what are the steps again? Portion control, hydration, mindful eating, healthy snacking, setting realistic goals, socializing away from the buffet, and bringing your own healthy dish. So, by doing all this, you can really, if you need help figuring this out, of course, there are lots of great holistic nutritionists, those sorts of things. These are just little helpful tips that I know work really well for me and for my clients, and I think will work for you. If you can shape your menopausal journey with confidence and grace. If you need some help figuring out what you want that vision for the next part of your life to look at, then let's chat. Um, you know, that I've got some goodies for you below. Download those resources. Connect with me over on Facebook at Living in Yes. Connect with me. Subscribe here to this YouTube channel. I would love to have you here. And if you have any comments, I would love to hear those too. So I'll just leave you with this quote from Christiane Northrup, and she says, this is so funny: menopause is our body saying, I want to be fat and hairy all the time. Is that okay with you? No, it's not okay. I want to feel good. That's all. We just want to feel good in our bodies and love who we're becoming. Menopause, is a groove, not a grind. Life shifts, and so can you. See you soon.